Good afternoon, DJ. It is Thursday, February 5th. The time is currently 1:49 p.m. Just got in from my game, DJ, actually. So just want to come in and go over the morning session and see what the PM session is saying for a little bit. All right, DJ. Um, I since it's like a weird start of the day, I don't even know how to do this, but let's carry on as regular as usual, right? Woke up today uh around 9, all right, because obviously I probably should have woke up at my regular and go my morning routine in. But anyway, I was up at 9, went to my game, just got back, all right, right at my desk, I say right before I started this, all right, 1:48, all right. As always, my weekly target is 5%. Mental check-in, feeling generally okay, all right, excited to see what price action has done for the morning session, excited to see what trades I would have took in the morning, all right, and to watch a little bit of the PM session as well, okay. Risk disclaimer, I accept any risk that comes with trading today. I understand that trading comes with real risk and that losing is part of the battle. News is NFP Thursday. It's NFP Thursday. All right, so we had high impact news come out at 10. Then we have, 8:30, sorry, media impact news come out at 10 and 10:30. All right, so we've had news today, and we have high impact news come out 4:30. But anyway, we've had news today, making an optimal day to take a trade. Excited to see what price action did in the morning. From one looking on the time frame, on the higher time frame, look like we're still tanking. Risk, not that we'll be taking any trades, but obviously we have pro trend trades at 1% and counter trend trades at 0.5, and we have a max of 1.5. Um, Weekly program going to this week is a sell program, okay? From what I'm seeing here, nothing's really happened in price to change that for me. But anyway, let's go ahead and review price action and see if anything's happened to change that for us here. Our dollars retracing a little bit more into this inefficiency here. Okay, but for me, still risk on for me dollar reaching on the weekly, consequent encouragement of that inefficiency. Guess it didn't take the sell side. Nothing here for me to say anything on. Yeah, look like we're still tanker, digging deeper into this inefficiency. Why did they stop it there? I completely feel that inefficiency there. So still waiting to see what price does. As far as my current understanding of price action goes, all right, nothing's really happened in price to change my weekly program. All right, seasonal tendency was bang on. So electing to stick with that weekly program. DJ will be kind of a back testing session. All right, I'm just gonna back test the morning and then ride it along until where current price is at. But if I was just coming to the desk now, right, how would I be trading? So let's delete. Let's get our adjusted dealer ranges. We're good. 20 days, 60 days good. Let's get previous day. Taking previous days low right now. Took it already. So if I was just coming to my desk right now, identifying my dealing range, this is how I would be doing that, DJ. From 12 a.m. to current price action, I would identify the lowest low to the highest high. And that would be my dealing range right now, right? And I'll be waiting for one side to get taken, okay, to let me know what my session bias is. That's how I'd be doing that, but I'm gonna go back, all right, to 9:15 and see what price was saying then, and then walk it forward, all right, and see what setups I would have took this morning session that I missed, all right, and where the trades were at. So it'll be like a little bit of a back testing back into live trading. We'll stop at wherever we get to where price is at. All right, so coming in, we will be 9:15. High is high, low is low, right there. And as we can see, at 9:30, okay, we take dealing range sell side, all right, meaning our session bias is in line with our weekly program of being in a sell program. So we are in sell. We do get retracements up here. I see you. Straight away, I see you. On the 1 minute as well. Sorry, on the 1 minute. I noticed on the 1 minute first, but this would have been a retracement buy into, you know, premium of the range to continue for my continuation trade. That would have been a 2 minutes after it's post 2 minutes too, first 2 minutes, which is what I like, you know. Hold on. Right, would have give you -2, allowed you to break even, and then obviously for a counter trend trade, we'll take it decent, right? So that was that. Once this this interval closed, right? Dealing range would be here, going into 9:45. Let's identify our internal liquidity. We have just this one here. Nothing before that would have been this high here. Well, okay, so continuation setup. This low, I potentially would have, yep, because then it comes back and takes it. Yep, would have been a solid setup here. Hindsight obviously would have resulted in a loss, but that's fine. That's the only thing promised to us. So then you'd be waiting for a 1 minute, right? After taking a loss on a 15 seconds in that same interval. 1 minute. Right here gives it to you. But if you want it to 15 seconds again, gives it to you here as well. You don't get an entry. Actually, you would have got an entry here without first before taking this. But either way, all right, whether at my current position protocols, all right, I wouldn't be entering on the 15 seconds after taking this loss here, or I'll be entering on the 1 minute, which gave you fine and dandy setup here, right? Nothing wrong with that. Obviously, you missed the higher entry with the smaller risk, right? But still, 1 minute still gives you a decent amount, right, to get in. And that trade gives you -3.5. All right, and potentially would have come and taken you out because it would have moved the stop here. Yeah, would have come and taken you out there. Cool. So this was my trade for the morning. All right, this is the trade that I'll be waiting for the morning. This is fair trade. All right, retracement trade. That's a different account, but it was clean. All right, using dealing range low, which is what we like to see in terms of retracement setups. External liquidity came into internal liquidity. All right, give us a beautiful sell there. All right, that was a morning setup there. Lovely jubbly. Love that. That's nice. That's a nice setup there. Following my processes, right? Came into a premium, internal liquidity, back to external liquidity. Yeah. Sweet setup. Sweet. Clean. I would have took a loss on the 15 seconds here, but that's the only thing promised to me. All right, coming back in the 1 minute. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Beautiful setup there. All right. That was part of the lunch morning, right? Oh, what was our news again? Sorry, it was 10:38. Yeah, let me know happy news. So it really matters. Adjusting the dealing range as we go. No, maybe this one here. But would have come and taken you. Would have given you a look or something. Let's see actually. Definitely would have sold that one here. You won't be tagged in until here. Gives you -1. Comes to take you out at reduced risk there. Fair. Nothing wrong with that. And then come into internal. Just in dealing range. Right, coming to internal liquidity here. Don't think you would have been tagged in this one here. You have a 1 minute one. Well, doesn't amount to much really and truly. Fair enough, if you go in that, probably would have been a loss there. Okay, then come back into external liquidity. Market structure shift there. Multiple market structure shifts. 1 minute is up here. Still no entry. Don't think either one of them would attack you in here. Depending on, once we took buy side, if this candle came back inside and offered you an opportunity, that's a different story. I won't be able to tell because I wasn't in price action. So it doesn't look like we had an entry here. On the 1 minute, we also had this market structure shift up here on the 1 minute. That's the only thing that looking like would have given you an entry, depending on how, obviously, how quick we were and if price came back into any of these highs back here. So price went back into back into internal, right? Not that I trade this time here, but there would have been a few L's up in here. Solid up here. Give you a look or something. Lunch session set up. Hold up. Yep, there it is right there. 1 minute. That was our lunch play right there. Still going. Giving you a -8. Yeah, would have kept you in there. See what the 1 minute one is saying. If I have an intro in the 15 seconds, I don't bother myself with the 1 minute, but obviously it's still something to keep an eye on and watch and collect data on. -2 there, 2.5. Yeah, solid setups there. Sticking to my processes and right being on one side of the market. Those are the trades I would have took or we'll be looking at closely coming into PM session. All right. This is where we're at. And we're still looking for a reason to be a seller, right, to external liquidity. My only buys will occur in retracements, which will have to come down here and take care of. And just like that, that would have been our morning session. That what a beautiful setup that was, though. That's exactly what I'd be waiting for. The retracement trade was clean, gave you -2. That would be in a separate account. But the continuation setup, ooh, that was beautiful. Right here, beautiful. Would have took a 15-second loss for 1 minute in that same interval. Would have been fine, right? Give it to us. On the 1 minute, would we still be in there? Haven't adjusted our stop in it. -3 to 0.5. Yeah, and I would have come and taken this out for sure, even at break even. Yeah. Clean, clean, clean setup. That would be my morning done, boy. So yeah, that was it for us today. Let's see what PM session offers us while we're here. I'm not too eager to jump into anything. All right. Don't mind just being a fly on the wall in this price action here. Happy with what I've seen so far for the day. Yeah, that would have been me right there. That's a bit of me. The retracement, was it time for us to? Oh yeah, that was this one we were talking about. I don't know if we would have been tagged in the trade there up here, yeah. But down here, I doubt it. Yeah, I would have got my setup. Happy with that. Content with that. Very much so content with that. Welcome to the Wild Wild West. We now obviously know how to navigate these terrains much better than before, right? So it's not really a wild, we like thrive in the Wild Wild West now. Still obviously looking for internal liquidity to external liquidity, right? Still looking for sales until we take buy side. I'm here for the sales. I like this low better than I like this low. I'm starting to feel like I don't like these kind of but now I like it. Now it makes sense for me. But right here didn't make sense for me. Don't like them one candle lows. Mm. But now I can fuck with it. Can fuck with that. We're just gonna be flies on the wall today. No, I'm not trying to get into anything. All right, just observing. All right, take reading. I can, but like I'm not really. I'll feel rushed. We just want to watch price. See how I would do, right? If let's say I miss a morning session and I have to come back in 2 p.m. session where it's already kicked off without me, right? And just try to get a feel of where price is at. Still would be looking for sales. Already got our internal liquidity ready to go. This is what, 10, I mean 2, 29, let's go to 29. Above price, above this internal liquidity, we have lunch session buy side, and we have AM session buy side. Just a fly on the wall. Happy that I see my setup though. Clean, nice. Even gave me a clean retracement setup too, like quay up, quay back down. Arrrr. Hit 60-day lower quadrant there. Bodies are respecting now. Grrr. Bit chilly still. Bless me. Let's see. Need to leave by 5. All right, definitely would be interested here. Would have been tagged there. So let's watch it and see. $11 contracts and it's a pro trend trade. Be taking 4 off a -1. Solid setup there. Would have kept you in. What's the high? 3.9. Yeah, our stop is at 9.75. -1 smashed, 4 off. Stop is at 0.75. Solid setup there. Gave you a little scare, but one handle above the stop, you're still in there. I was still in there. So what's the summary? Yeah, just a tick in there. Went above it just a tick. That's enough to take some people out, isn't it? That's all it needs to do. $9.75 right here. Yep, -2. Stop is at 0. Oh, yeah, 0. Depending on where 0 is at, right? Can't even tell right now. 7.5. 1.875. Right there. Yep. and 3 is off. Well, right now we have about 7 off of the trade from 11. Now we have 4 left, right? Wait, this is 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we have 4 left. Got 2 partials, and we're a little bit by entry point. Close to break even. Sometimes it's at break even, sometimes a little bit less than break even. We're going to see this trade through and get out of here for the rest of the day. I think that's enough. It would have been a solid day for me, really and truly. PM session wise, this trade would be the only trade I would really be engaging in. Nothing really here for me because I'm not at the stage where I can take buys inside the range, right? For right now, my buys, if my session is sell, would need to be using external liquidity. Until I gather up more data on the inside range trading. For now, this would have, I see this here too, taking this low. I see about, and it's in a discount. But for me to have confidence to take that, probably not. Not right now with the new thing I'm looking for, right? So I'm fine with that. But I see you too, right there. Just get some more experience under our belt, and then we can fuck with those trades. But for now, where I'm at, I'm happy with what I got going on so far. Don't have to be in every move, right? I'm just looking for the moves that are here for me. Since it's a pro trend trade, I'm still debating, I'm still collecting data on moving my stop at -3, 2.5. There's still the debate, the ongoing debate here, DJ. That is still the ongoing debate. -4 smashed. We're targeting external liquidity here. Right, but first, obviously, we have AM session opening range sell side here. Beautiful setup here. Came into a premium. Lovely, jubbly. Yo, seasonal tendency, I mean, you've always had my respect. You always had it. But this week, my respect for you just went through the roof. But you always had it though. All right, because I've noticed it. I've noticed. When I don't know, I'm gonna elect to just stick with what seasonal tendency is telling me. It's not always gonna be 100% accurate, but it's been on point. Arrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrr It was eventful being a fly on the wall today. I fuck with today. Yeah, DJ, gonna end it here. I just want to get to the point, right, where I just take my clean setups and dip. Really and truly, I don't need no extra. Nothing extra. You give me the retracement trade, I'll engage in it, all right, but that's not what I'm here for. I'm really here for the continuation setups. And this was a beautiful one right here. Mm. Now we're just watching to see, all right, if and how, when we get to external liquidity, right, if we do today. If not, solid day here. I'm the trader, all right, solid. I like what I'm seeing. I'm happy with what I'm looking for in price. It's clean. All right. I've eliminated, some of my losses, not all my losses. I understand losses are the only thing promised to me, but now it's just about just capturing the clean setups, right? The setups of the sessions. That's really what I'm here for. And I don't want the scraps no more. I know I can get the meat on the bone. I don't want the scraps. But obviously, if the scraps is all I have, I'll take it. But I know that that's not what I'm here for. I don't even know if I'll take the scraps at this point. But yeah, morning setup right here, continuation setup. I would have took an initial loss, which is fair, right? Trade to and through it, come down, market structure shift, stop would have been here. As you can see, would have smashed you out of that. Nothing wrong with that. All right. According to my procedures and protocols, I'll be waiting for a 1 minute setup because we're still within, this 15-minute interval, which it does give it to me sometimes. I understand it's not going to give it to me if I keep collecting data on price action and it makes sense to take another 15 seconds trade rather than wait for the 1 minute, then I will adjust it. But for now, I think what I have is fine. All right. This is just the data that's banked in my head. Okay, I'm understanding. But really and truly, this is the one that I'll be entering in this interval, not this one here. Just, a little bit lower of an entry, more risk in the trade, but that's just my precision protocol. It is what it is. Either way, it got me in the trade. So yeah. Yeah. And that would have been my morning done. done before 10 o'clock. And PM session will be done before 2:30. Cool. That would have been it. Similar setups, right? Similar setups. So for this one kept us in. But that is what I'm here for each and every day, each and every session. Okay? Each and every day, each and every session. I'm glad I showed up because I was gonna sit this one out and be like, I already missed the start of PM session. I already arrived a little bit later than I was anticipating to arrive at home. But I'm happy I showed up, all right, and obviously saw the setups that I would have took, even this one. I'm happy that I don't feel no type of way not being in the setup right here, all right, because either way I got to tape read it and treat it like it was a real setup, right? So I'm happy. I'm happy with that. Fly on the wall. I'm just a fly on the wall here. Like since yesterday, right? Since my back testing session from what was yesterday? It was Wednesday, Tuesday night, right? Since that back testing session, yeah, I feel like the growth from that back testing. I'm happy and pleased that I did that session. Because I was not gonna back test that night. I'm like, no, you know what? Let's get back in the chart. Let's see. Obviously, I've been looking at ways to get rid of having to draw out all those internal liquidity. So I was like, let me go back, let me see what price is saying if I don't have all these lines on it, like all the pertinent lines I really need on the chart, right? To see the clean setups. And that's how I realized that, hey, if sell side's taken and I'm looking for continuation, right? I'm only focused on internal liquidity to the buy side. I don't need to pay attention to draw out the sell side, right? Because I'm looking to sell. So buys, internal highs are really what I'm looking for, right? Plus PD arrays. So yeah, that backtesting session really opened my eyes. And that's also when I realized that for my retracement trades, right? The cleaner ones were the ones that used external liquidity, which were the dealing range high and low. That was the clean. That was when I was like, yeah, for retracement setups, I need external liquidity, and for continuation setup trades is internal liquidity plus PD arrays for sure, for sure. I think that really took my model, my processes to the next level, and it's clean. It's clean now, right? It's not too clean, but for now, I'm happy with what I have on the chart, like because I'm not like having all these lines on the chart, and it's also having the lines on the chart, even though it opened me up to more opportunities and more setups. There was also more losses, right? It wasn't in trading favorable in the direction of what I'm looking for, right? It allowed me to obviously catch the retracement and discounts without needing the external liquidity. But I think this way, I prefer this way much better. So I know exactly what I'm looking for. So very straightforward for me. And obviously, I understand that I'm fine missing all the other setups that I used to be able to get into. I'm fine missing all of those, right? I'm here for the A plus clean. There's no question about this trade types of setups. Mm. All right, DJ, tomorrow is NFP Friday. All right, we'll be here. All right, kicking off at 9:15. We'll be here. We'll be here all day tomorrow. Is it NFP? Is it not coming out? Or was NFP last week? Oh, it's supposed to be this week, no? Yeah. Oh, snap. No, yeah, it's this week. I'm about to say I'm tweaking. But I guess there is no NFP. It was supposed to be this week. You saw that, right? You just switched up on us. He's speaking tonight. I guess it's not NFP, like raw. This whole time I'm talking about NFP week, Wild Wild West. I guess they ain't giving us NFP the news this week. Who's gonna be next week then? Wow. Shifting it. Yeah. Guess they're giving it to us next week. All right. Whatever. To me, it don't matter. As long as I see red and green medium impact news, I'm in there. Don't matter what you guys want to do. But anyway, we still have it says media high impact on here, but it's medium. Consumer sentiment within the same news, you can see inflation. Yeah, whatever. We have news tomorrow, so we'll be kicking off at 9:15 DJ. You know what it is, what it is, what it isn't. I've seen what I needed to see throughout the day, right? I would be done here. Okay. And I love that for me. I love that for me. I'm growing, okay, in my trading. I'm maturing because I'm okay with not being in this move, right? Even though I could have, right? There was there was a way for me to get in the trade, like using we're in a discount, using internal liquidity here, market structure shift here. Yeah, there was a way, like I said, but those are not the trades that I'm here for. That's not what I'm here for. Even right here, smaller risk. Fair trade, right? We're still in discount of the range, but for me to buy, right? Because we can still be selling here, right? Because we've come into premium, not deep premium, but still premium compared to where price is in the daily range low. But that's how I know I'm maturing, right? I'm maturing because I'm like, I see you and I saw you, but you're not what I'm here for. You're not what I'm here for. So I'm gonna let you go and just watch it and feel no type of way about it and wait for what I'm actually here for. So yeah, DJ, solid PM session, even though it was a short one, solid day, even though it was a short one. Saw what I needed to see throughout the day. So it just gives me more confidence to just keep sticking to my processes and my procedures and protocols, right? I'm here for continuation trade. Doesn't mean I won't take a retracement trade, but my main focus here is the continuation setup until obviously the market proves me otherwise by taking the other side of the dealing range and then I am flipping. So yeah, very happy, very happy and pleased with where I'm at and what I've seen today. It's just kind of more data collecting, adding more confidence, gaining more experience here. So solid, man. DJ, let's do a trade performance review and be done here. All right, let's see what 250 macro has to offer us here though. But right now I'm targeting external liquidity here, even though I've partialed, right? Potentially I want to leave a runner, all right, to my terminus, which would be external liquidity. So let's see if price gets there in the PM session today. If it does, we'll talk about it tomorrow. If not, we'll see how far. We'll see tomorrow anyway how far it's done or what it did. But for now, I would probably be out. Like I would have no more contracts in this trade left, really and truly. You'll be done for me. But DJ, what I did well today is that I showed up, right? I could have just when I got home be like, screw it, let's forget it, and let's do this after the fact. But anyway, I showed up, right, and with taped red, a beautiful setup that when with everything that I would be here for, right? Followed my processes, it followed my model, my procedures, my protocols, everything was just a check for a solid setup, all right, and yeah, just it did what it was meant to do. would have been a winner, chicken dinner. Showed up, got 1% better, gained experience and learned lessons I'll take into my next trading day, next trading session. Very happy that I showed up, right? Because that's always the first step. And I was highly debating not showing up. So I'm happy that I ended up showing up here. Okay, so just by being here, I feel like I got 1% better. Where I fell short today would be my wake up time, even though obviously I wasn't waking up to come to the charts. I still would have appreciated waking up at the regular time and getting my morning routine in. All right, even though it wasn't going to be for the charts still, right? I still want to be in that mode of, hey, this is the time I'm waking up. I'm still getting my morning routine in, regardless of whether I'm going in front of the markets or not going in front of the markets, right? I even ended up being a little bit late to where I needed to be, all right? So I should have woken up by a decent hour. I'm trying to do better in terms of, all right, showing up late to places. It's tough though, but I have to do better. Some days I can't help it, but some days I can help it and it's on me. Um, but yeah, I'll say that's why I fall short. Wake up time and not getting my morning routine in. Um, how I can improve for next day, next trading session is just keep showing up, right? Keep seeking excellence in everything that you do. All right, this week, this past 2 days has really reaffirmed to me that hey, just take the clean setups, right? You don't need to be in every market move. You know what you're here for, wait for those setups and engage in it. Obviously, we still understand it's not 100%. We're still going to take losses. That's the only thing promised to us here, but we try to manage the losses and just stick to the model procedures and protocols, right? Let that do the heavy lifting. My job here is to identify the setups, right, and the proper conditions needed to engage in the setups, right? And then just enter the market. The rest is out of my hands. Um, yeah. Mm. I don't know if I said this part, but don't let short-term adversity, losses, series of losses, all right, deter you from or distract you from what you got going on here. We've got a solid foundation, all right, that works, is proven itself to be working consistently, day in, day out, session, week, monthly. So let's just keep doing what we've been doing, really. We show up different day, but same shit that we're looking for, right? Um, Yeah, let's see what 250 macro is got, and then we'll get out of here, DJ. See if we take AM session and open range sell side. No go pay me, they no go pay me to lose you. I've been a zombie. Beautiful, beautiful price action. Ooh, when you have a system and you have a plan and you have a process of what you're looking for, these markets can be so fucking fun. Well, ooh, when you have that confidence in your trading edge, all right, because you have a repeatable process that you're doing each and every session, each and every day. Oh God, by golly, is it fun to watch these candlesticks burn and dance to the beat of your drums. I understand how Michael's been feeling all this time, and just watching them dance to the beat of my fucking drums. Right? Confidence in your trading edge comes from three things, right? One is understanding the market and how it operates. Two, having one model, right, that has IPTA signatures. That's the most important part. Three, having a plan and process that you follow every single day, right? Successful trading is boring. You're doing the same thing over and over. There's no excitement here. Your heart shouldn't be racing while while you're at work. It's a job, right? I'm on a job. Every day I show up to this job and I'm looking for the same thing. It's not different price action, different day, but in terms of what I'm looking for, it's the same thing. It's a journey, it's a journey, it's a journey, and you can't rush the process. It's been a minute. It took me a while to get to this point though, so each and every moment I can get to congratulate myself and be proud and tell myself that I'm proud of you for just sticking and staying, right? And not abandoning this and not giving up on yourself. Because remember, you only fail when you quit, right? So if you quit, that's the only time you're gonna fail. And I ain't no motherfucking failure, and I ain't no motherfucking quitter either. So I was gonna get this regardless. Don't matter how long it took. I was hooked. Since 2018, I was hooked. They hooked me. And I just haven't been able to let it go. And I'm happy and pleased that I wasn't able to let it go. Because now we're here. We're not there, but we're here. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm here. Okay. Yeah, DJ, that's enough. -7. All right, getting smashed. That's a good point to end it there. -7. Seven's a good number to end it here. Completion. Yeah, DJ, we'll be back tomorrow, kicking off at 9:15. All right. So until then, solid stuff here. I'm happy with what I'm seeing. Until tomorrow morning, God willing, you know what it is, what it is, what it isn't. I'm the trader here, signing out. Good luck, good trading, happy hunting.